All right, everyone, welcome back to another video with Brenda Contreras and Crystal Salazar. In this video, we will be going over how to get into BannerWeb and kind of do a BannerWeb tutorial. So as you might recall from the other video, in your My Giant portal, the BannerWeb icon is located right here in the top left-hand corner. So we'll go ahead and click into BannerWeb. And we are going to take you on a mini tour of the tabs here in BannerWeb. So I'll let Crystal go ahead and take it away.
So the first tab that we're going to go ahead and go over is personal information. This is where you can go ahead and view your personal information. So if you want to go ahead and view your email address that we have listed on file, or your address or your phone number, you can go ahead and view it here. But if you need to make changes on your personal information, you can go ahead and do so here. So for example, if you need to update your email address, your personal address, your phone number, or change your PIN to your BannerWeb as well, you can do so. Now, if you are doing a name change, you can go ahead and do that here, or social security number, but you want to follow up with the admissions and records department to make sure you follow the steps needed on their department as well.
All right, next we are going into the student services tab. We are going to spend the most time in the student services tab going over some of the information and links here. If you scroll down, you'll see the following links. So starting with registration, we'll go into more detail with this link later on, but this is where you can register for classes and do all things registration.
Next is student records. So if you have a hold on your account and you're not able to register, you can go ahead and click on student records and see why you have a hold. If you wanted to view your grades, you can go ahead and go to student records, or check any fees or payments, or you can go ahead and do so under student records.
We also have a financial aid link, which we will be touching upon just a little bit more later on as well. But this is where you check your financial aid status, view your financial aid award, and check any missing documents.
Next, we have the credit card payment. So if you are planning on making a credit card payment, you can go ahead and do so by clicking here. Now, you're going to want to make sure you do know the amount that you need to go ahead and put, so that way you can make that credit card payment.
Up next, we have a course catalog link, which does live here in BannerWeb. However, we do recommend that you use the class search on the cos.edu homepage when looking up classes, because it's the most up-to-date.
Next, we have the scholarship manager. So if you are planning to apply for COS scholarships, you can go ahead and do so by using the scholarship manager.
The next link is orientation. So every new student does need to complete an orientation. So this link takes you to the website where the orientation is located.
And the last link is for setting up a payment plan. So if you do want to set up a payment plan, or you have an old debt that you need to take care of, you can go ahead and set up a payment plan. But before doing so, we do recommend, if you did apply for financial aid, to check your financial aid status, see if you were awarded anything prior to making a payment plan, because you may or may not need to go ahead and set up a payment plan.
All right, so like we said, we're going to go over a couple of these in more detail, starting with the registration link. So here under registration, the very first link is to add or drop classes. So guess what? This is where you add or drop your classes. When it's time to register, this is where you're going to add those classes. Or if you ever need to drop a class, you come to the same place to go ahead and do that.
Next, if you want to view your class schedule or verify that you did register for your classes, you can go ahead and click class schedule, and then you will see that you are registered or you are not registered for any classes.
There's also a link. Once you are registered for classes and you've added some classes, you can order your books. So this link takes you to our COS website, where you can, our COS bookstore website, where you can see what books and materials are required for your classes.
Next, we have the weekly class schedule. So if you want a little more detail broken down by the days to view your class schedule, you can go ahead and do so by clicking this link.
You can also view your registration status here. So after your first semester and you're a student with us here at COS, you'll want to check back for your registration status, which lets you know when it's time to register for the following semester. We usually let you know, we let you know when it's available to view on your COS email, but it will take you to this part of BannerWeb to check your status.
Next, if you wanted to go ahead and click the student details schedule to view a little more detailed schedule, you can go ahead and do so by clicking here.
here is the term selection. So this is important when you're registering for classes. So for example, we have summer and fall coming up. If you're doing both summer school and classes in the fall, you will register first for summer school, and then next you're going to come back and click on term selection to switch the term to fall. So that way then you're adding classes in the fall semester. So that's one example of when you would use this term selection link.
Next, we have term grades. So once grades have been posted and they're finalized, you can go ahead and view the term grades by clicking here.
And we have another link to make a credit card payment. So again, you want to make sure you know the amount of how much you owe, which you can find in account summary. And as we mentioned before, before you make a credit card payment, check your financial aid status to see if you were awarded financial aid.
And again, another location where you can go ahead and set up a payment plan, or if you have an old debt and want to set up a payment plan as well.
Okay, so we're going to go into one more of the links here on the student services, which is student records. So in student records, the first link is an account summary. So this is where you can actually see how much money you owe to COS, and it shows you a breakdown of all of the fees and tuition that you are paying for here at College of the Sequoias.
And again, next, another place where you can go ahead and set up a payment plan, or if you have an old debt and want to go ahead and create a payment plan.
Next, you can view your final grades. So after grades are posted at the end of the semester, you can check out your grades here.
And if you want a little more detail in your grades, you can go ahead and select grade detail.
You can order an official transcript. So this is important when you transfer to a school, another university, or you're applying to somewhere and they need an official transcript. You can order those here. The first 2 orders are free, and then after that it is a $6 fee.
And if you are just wanting to have a personal copy of your transcript or just would like to have it, you can go ahead and print an unofficial transcript and you can go ahead and click there.
Next is the tax notification. So here you can find the form you need to verify that you were a student during a certain year, a certain tax year. So this is important if you are living with a parent guardian for them to have, or if you are submitting taxes yourself on your own. This is important to submit to your taxes.
And here you can go ahead and click view holds if you do have a hold, if it says that you're not able to register for classes, by clicking view holds.
Next, we have early alerts. Some instructors might use an early alert to let you know how you're doing in class, let you know of your current grade, any recommendations that they might have for you. And EOP&S actually, if you're a part of that program, they will use early alerts.
View assessment results would be located there for English and math assessments. So if you want to go ahead and view that, you can go ahead and view assessment results.
Your student educational plan, which was created when you met with a COS counselor, is located here. So after you meet with a counselor and you're wondering, where did that student education plan go? This is where you can find it here in BannerWeb. So you can see the classes that you need to register for that you, again, created when you met with the counselor.
Next, we're going to go ahead and click the financial aid tab, and we're going to go ahead and give an overview of the financial aid. So again, if you applied for financial aid and you would like to know the status of your financial aid, you can go ahead and check here. Or if you need to submit any additional documents and were notified, you would go ahead and click here as well under financial aid status. Or if you were awarded, you can check your eligibility or an award from financial aid.
Yes, very important that you check this link out when it's time to register for classes, especially because if you did receive financial aid, if it shows here in your eligibility that you were eligible, then you may not have to pay out of pocket. But again, check this out when it's time for you to register for classes. And then you can also contact our financial aid department if you have specific questions. But with that, that is the tour of BannerWeb, and I hope you learned something new today. If you have any questions, we're here to help you out, and we will see you all in the next video.